Ben Bennett's in the house. I got Houston High School, and I want all you people out there who are listening. If you're a fan of Houston High School, Coach Thomas, Ben Bennett, if you know you love his brother Tony Bennett, who's tearing it up over there with the Memphis Tigers. If you know Ernie, man, you old like me, but you got to love him because he's helped more people than I know. If you want to talk to one of these gentlemen, if you want me to ask them a question, please hit me at the Sissy's Log Cabin text and listener line where life's too short for ordinary joy. It's simple. It's 901-360-8255. That's 901-360-8255. Let me know.
That could get interesting.
It will get interesting. But I want to start off first and foremost, like welcoming you, gentlemen in. I really, really appreciate it. But I got to start off with this, Coach Thomas. I know that you're not going to say it the way I said it, but was, I believe, 40-6.
That's correct.
Game number 1 of the season against your rival, Germantown. And that was one heck of a way to start the season. Let me just tell you something, man. Oh, your little quarterback. I wish I looked like him when I was like now or back then. His base is unbelievable. He is a yoked kid. He is always kind. He's extremely nice. Very, very respectful. I just kind of curious with that body that he has. What do you think about like his footwork and his throwing mechanics?
I'm telling you, Cannon Day's a smooth operator, and the years of experience that he's already had, you can tell that he's a different cat now. He's got
2 years. I mean, like his freshman year, he had to replace his older brother.
Right. Last
year, he was the solid steel and sex appeal all the way starter all year long, and he's got that under his belt. How much, like, he has just grown. He's like, is he sitting there talking with y'all's OC? Like, now they're almost like partners instead of like employee-employer style relationship.
Yep.
This is like employer-employer talking about how to make sure that every piece on the field is moving in the right direction.
Yeah, him and Coach Thompson have a great relationship where they can bounce ideas off
Ronnie.
each other. Yeah, and we've had a guy, Brad.
They've been together for a while now.
They have, and Cannon's been around forever. And last year, it was a humbling experience for all of us. Coming off
so many young people starting, sophomores all over the field.
Right, but it makes the success that I'm seeing him have this year that much more. That's better. When you go through hardships and adversity and you come out on the other side and you see that, he's a different kid now. He's a better leader. He's a team captain, well-deserved, and he's doing all the right things.
Coach Thomas, man, to be a good coach, to get a state championship, you obviously have to have great players. Mm-hmm. Damn, bro. My wife turned on my phone, man. Come on, girl. If you have a state championship, you have to be a great coach, and you have to have great players. But years like last year, when you have that many sophomores, you lose such you lost so many seniors 2 years ago.
Right.
It was unbelievable. And the year before, you were losing a boatload.
Right.
And then last year was probably the youngest team you've had in a while.
No doubt.
Now you come back this year with all this experience, but I'm curious, you want to win every game.
Mm-hmm.
You're a competitor. How do you come into the realization that this year, yes, we're going to try to win every single game, but the most important thing, I got to remember these guys are young and every little bit of experience is going to make them better going forward. How do you become a teacher while you're also coaching to win?
Right. So, football's a little different. You only get one game a week, right?
Yeah, you work your ass off for that one Friday night.
We're trying to win, right? But the most important thing for me and our staff is we want to win in November and December, right? So the games right now, yes, they are important and you want to win them, but you're not willing to sacrifice, your players or your team to win a game that's not exactly one you have to have.
Not only to sacrifice the game, but this is a true thing. We're talking about young quarterbacks who are going from college to the pros. And is it better to sit for a year than it is to actually go out there and play? Because again, the speed of the NFL, going from high school to college is unbelievable. Mm-hmm. Going from college to the pro, I don't even know how to even imagine how difficult and how tight those windows are. But we saw it with, a young David Carr. He got shell shock. I think he got sacked, a record 73 times that season.
He was seeing ghosts.
And ghosts were everywhere. Yeah. And that's also something that you have to balance. And again, when you're on the sidelines and you're doing things like that, like when does it come? Like when does your mind like say, "All right, I need to make a change here for the betterment of the player"?
Mm-hmm.
Like how does that come apart? I'm trying to go into the mind of Coach Thomas.
You have to have a good plan going in because the competitor in all of us, in the moment, you're thinking that we got to win. But if you have a plan going in and you understand what we're trying to ultimately accomplish, then you just stick to that plan.
Help me with your coaching staff, because also to implement your plan, you have to have people that see your vision, that you can talk to, that you can love on, and you can also jump their ass if they're not doing the right thing. You've had a coaching staff, you've been around for a while. Talk to me about it.
Yeah, so defense coordinator Tom Kleeman, he's the mastermind behind the defense. He's all up in the film. Nobody watches more than he does, and he's going to find their tendencies, and he's going to try to take away their best attribute and try to make them left-handed, so to say. Ronnie's my guy. He's a little bit. Me and him work so well together because he's the pretty guy who loves the flashy stuff and the offense and all this, and I'm the big fat guy who, let's just run the ball. Let's run the ball. I'm not saying he doesn't like to run the ball, but he's also going to make sure the program looks good in every aspect. We're crossing all over our T's and dotting our I's. And then you got, I've got a great staff. Okay, I got Ben Bennett over here. He's killing it every day. We got, Carlos Mungin. We got Lawrence Miller. We got Dustin Bowman, fresh off the Hound Dog season. He was the OC for the Hound Dogs, if you remember.
No joke.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize y'all had him.
Yeah, so he's our wide receivers coach. And then we got Sean.
You got a bunch of coaches who actually just care about football and care about kids.
Absolutely. And that's what you got to have. Sean Abel joined us this year, and we got a new guy in Stephen Reeder who does a defensive line. Bobby Armbruster, fresh off of surgery, coming at us. Yeah, but he's good. He's great.
Okay.
He's recovering, and he's getting better every day. He's becoming his old self, and we love Bobby. We wish for a speedy recovery.
Now I got to talk in. I wish Jay Ham. Where is Jay Ham, Jared? Because man, Jay Ham's all about the Haven. All about the Haven. He probably had to leave because he's all freaked out about like all this Houston action up in here and fearing what might happen tonight. But right now, y'all are on the road tonight, first game, correct?
Absolutely.
And y'all are playing Whitehaven.
We are.
So talk to me, man. You watched a little film. You talked about how y'all are in there. What's the? I'm not going to ask you to give your defensive or offensive game plan. I want you to know, though, when you watched Whitehaven, what did you think about what you saw on film?
Fast, physical team. They played a good team in Innsworth, up in Nashville last week, and they got beat, but you can tell that they've got pieces to make it.
Innsworth is good.
Team. They are good. They got a good quarterback. They got a good running back, good offensive, defensive line, and they got playmakers all over the field. So I think it's going to be a really physical game. And
what about going on the road? Now, do you feel, since you have so many returning starters, is this going to be something where you don't expect it to affect them?
And we've talked about this. It's always a little different when you go on the road, especially when you go to Whitehaven. Hey, Whitehaven.
Oh, they come out. It's going to get in buck, man. I can already see it right now.
Yeah. That band's going to be loud.
Yep.
Yeah, and the crowd's going to be rocking. Turkey legs are going to be frying up, and it's going to smell good, and there's going to be smoke coming off the grill, and it is going to be a hot night.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, that's another thing. Compared to, last Friday, what's the weather like today comparatively?
I think it's going to be very similar.
Very similar. How did the boys handle the first game? Did you have cramping? Did you have
very minor cramping? Yeah.
So y'all have done a damn good job in the off season.
I mean, I like to think we do, and I'm a big proponent of, hey, I understand you want to look good out there, but we're not going to wear all the tights and stuff.
No, bro, man, do me a favor, man, get some salt and water in you.
That's right. Get your electrolytes in you. Let's go play some football. You know what looks good?
You don't want that magnesium to be sleepy out there.
Johnny, you know what looks good?
Winning.
Yeah, that's what I tell them.
Oh, man. Now, this is kind of a weird question. We always talk about Caleb Williams. I don't know. I've always said, he's a very talented dude. He cries to his mom and he paints his fingernails. putting his hand under his center's keister with his fingernails painted would probably give a little bit of worry. I don't know if people know this. I put my hands under your keister for many years, many a times. We know each other very, very well. How weirded out would you be if my fingernails were painted?
Yeah, it'd be really weird.
Yeah, it would have been a little bit different, right?
Oh, man.
Whoa. Oh, my goodness. No, I just always have to throw something out there funny. I got a few text messages that have coming in. One of them's actually for Ben Bennett, believe it or not. It says, Ben, you always, this is very, very true. You're always fired up and believe that Houston's going to absolutely win every game and dominate. What do you think about realistically this chance to repeat? Not repeat, but obviously I think he's talking about to get back to state and get a championship.
I don't think that's off the table.
It's only week one, Texter, but thank you.
Yeah, that's definitely not off the table. I mean, realistically,
one game. All right, damn it, man. We're ready for state, right?
Yeah, I mean, realistically, yes. I mean, it's realistically, you want to go. We'll throw out whole best case scenario. You end the season 7-2, go into the playoffs, and you're probably going to end up hitting probably somewhere around that Thanksgiving game against a team like Ravenwood out of Nashville. I mean, that's it in a nutshell.
Where y'all playing them this year?
Oh, well, we have to earn the right to play them. But the semifinal will be in town if you were fortunate enough to make it.
Oh, no, you're going to, because I'm here for solid. Listen, I believe in manifestation. I'm manifesting this, bro. I'm all over it. And plus, it's easy to manifest when I see like your athletes and I see how many young players who improved throughout the season last year and come in this year after another year in the weight room. And it's just like, I know they have to be feeling good. Now, before I let you go, another texter came in, and I think this texter actually knew I was going to go here. Thanks, Randy. I constantly rail. I am a proponent for NIL. I want these young men to get paid. I think it's extremely fair. I am also a proponent for young kids in high school to be able to dream to be a college football player or a college baseball player, a college athlete. Last year, we had 16 players for Indiana who were 25 years or older. The average age of a starter from 4 years ago was 19 years old, and 19 years and I think 8 months is what it was. I know it was like 3 or 4 months, so it might have been 7, it might have been 10, but you know what I'm saying. It was in that area. Where basically they're 19, 20, 21-year-old, 22-year-old men. Every once in a while, you might get a dude who got injured, medical red shirt, COVID year, and you might get a guy that's 23 years old. Man muscles are real, bro.
Absolutely, they are.
18-year-old kids competing against 21-year-old men is already, you got 3 years on them, 3 years age, 3 years in a college weight program, and you're building more of that, not just your normal muscle, but those skeletal muscles. You know what I'm saying? And I look at what's going on with the NFL and now these guys who are not going to be part of the 53-man roster coming back to college and NIL. I look at Indiana. I give nothing but respect to Kurt Signetti. Again, his team was as old or older than, I think, 2 teams in the National Football League last year. When 25, 26, 27-year-old men who need to go get damn jobs are playing against 19-year-old kids, I hate to say this is where I have a little bit of issue. Now, I'm a hypocrite because Diego Pavia's mom is so hot that I would love for him to get one more year and I could just see her on Saturday because damn, she's hot. Not to admit he's a good player, but again, he's 27 years old.
Right.
Like, damn, bro. And they're not even graduating, which is a trip. I'm like, how many years you been in college? They don't even take classes at the school. It's online. So my question for you as a head coach, Houston, we used to have such a big thing on recruiting and high school recruiting days. How do you talk to these young people today who do have aspirations to play at the next level? And how much has it changed for you, Coach?
It's definitely different. There's less opportunity out there. you have a kid that may have been a
D1 kind of guy,
Right.
but now he's got to go to Ferris State and
Right.
work his ass off,
Right.
get 2 years starting,
That's right.
and then get picked up by a D1 school
right.
because he's going to be a 20-year-old man.
Yeah, you got to take your lumps and kind of wait your turn and get a little lucky in certain circumstances.
A lot of luck.
It's it's a lot of work in the dark. It's not like it used to be to where.
Do y'all get the same type of phone calls and stuff?
Yeah, the same kind of people come around, but they're mostly looking, and some of them will come along to a guy that was at your school 3 years ago, and now he's looking at moving up. We've had a situation with Morgan Scott. Morgan Scott went to Coffeyville for 2 years, and then ended up going to Middle Tennessee, and then finished his career at Marshall. He probably made a good $400,000 or $500,000 being a backup offensive lineman.
Mm-hmm. I
so
look
proud
at
of him.
somebody though like Austin Simmons. Before NIL, he committed to Ole Miss. He graduated high school at 16 years old. When he enrolled into campus at Oxford, he had just turned 17. He was starting on the baseball team. He was backup quarterback. And then the very next year is when NIL came in. And I was thinking to myself, man, one, it was so impressive. And I talked about this young fella, how he was talented enough and smart enough to get to college early. And now, a year later, I'm saying to myself, damn, son, you just cost yourself like $500,000 by graduating early. And that sounds absolutely crazy that we want kids to slow down because we want them to get man muscles. And like, we're not looking for them to graduate early.
He's getting paid at Missouri now, though, right?
Yeah, he's at Mizzou with Eli Drinkwitz, and I think he's going to be very, very successful over there. Again, he's young, he's smart, he's also one of the nicest young people I've ever met. I like him a lot. But anyway, gentlemen, Houston plays Whitehaven tonight. I love picking y'all's brain about not just what's going on over at Houston, but what it's like actually now being a coach. And like for me, I don't know how you do it because I keep thinking to myself, like you went to Arkansas and you got somebody who dreams of going to an SEC school, and then you have to sit down and have that real talk with like, look, you're an SEC athlete, but you're going to have to head over to Lambeth, play 2 years, and then hop back in the portal. And I just feel like that's got to be, I just feel like a lot of kids are going to fall through the crack because of that.
You have to have a really good work ethic and, have your eye down the road and be able to think long term. Because so much now, kids want it now. They want everything now, but it's not that way.
Coach Bennett, another question. LSU Ole Miss, baby, September 19th.
Is that going to be a big game?
Yeah, it's going to be a big one, baby. Have you seen Lane Kiffin's commercial? It's hilarious.
I have not.
He gets pulled over for a lane change by the boss, and then he's so annoyed by it, he just rolls up the window on him like, bleep you.
I'm going Ole Miss in that game.
Oh, I can't
Yeah,
believe
me
that.
too, baby.
Ole Miss.
I mean, like, one thing about this is, like, is Jack Plyburn and is Daquan actually going to be able to play for LSU this year? Again, I don't understand it. We had this rule where you had to, if you want to play in conference, you had to transfer in. If you're going to transfer in conference, you had to do it by a date. That's long past. If you sign an NFL contract, that usually says no more college football. Then you get an injunction in LSU, and now you got dudes who are going back to LSU. And let me tell you a little secret. You know whose scholarship they taking? Like maybe one of the very few freshmen that made that team.
No doubt.
And now that poor kid is now losing because they only can give you 100 scholarships when it comes to football. So that's kind of wild. But my question for real, biggest game, like, are you going to be more excited about the LSU Ole Miss game than almost anything in a long time? Because if we beat LSU, and you can just get back at a little bit of like Kiffin action for leaving us last year, like, is this one of those things that you got circled that you can't stop thinking about?
I would say, yeah, I would have it circled. I think I would love to be in the Grove on that day. I think that's going to be.
I'll make it happen for you if y'all are
gonna be
undefeated at that point.
McCabe, you hear that? I need a spot.
Deal.
That's going to be probably one of the biggest Saturdays in a while.
There's no way the game can live up to the hype, though, right?
Yes, it can.
Okay.
I mean, have you seen some of the LSU Ole Miss games?
I know it.
They're buck ass wild. I mean, remember Jaden Daniels and oh my God, it was dark, man, back and forth. Like we've seen some Ole Miss LSU and in the hype. I mean, if Katy Perry shows up and puts some whipped cream on and eats a corn dog, people will be fired up just as well too. You know what I mean?
Grove's always undefeated.
Dude, it always is. White boots are so hot. I didn't even know how much I liked white boots. By the way, speaking of that Frontier Western store. Oh, yeah. Frontier Western store. You know what, man? This makes me feel so bad. Should I say this or... You know what? Yeah. They deserve to have it said. Frontier Western store has been one of my sponsors for decade. You know what I mean? And somehow, like in February, they weren't on my log. And I was like, damn, man. Like, I did them so good, they just don't need me now. Then they called me and said, hey, man, what happened to our deal? And I was like, oh, kind of like you, coach. You can't do everything. I have a sales staff like you have assistant coaches. Bro, answer the phone call and reset up my deal so I can do it. Thank God they're back because I love them because that's where I get all my wife's boots.
There you go.
They got cowboy hats. They got stuff for kids, women's. Go to frontierwesternstore.com. I'm telling you, they got you covered. And if you go in the Grove and you ain't looking good, Ben, how embarrassed are you going to be if you show up in sweatpants and you look like a little dork?
Oh, you can't look like a dork in the Grove.
No.
You can't.
There's tins everywhere. Everywhere. And Frontier Western Store can dress you. They're open 9 to 7 Monday through Friday, 9 to 7 on Saturday, and 1 to 6 on Sunday. They're at 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch, but you can shop online, and they literally ship that stuff out faster than Cooter Brown. Well, it's drunker than Cooter Brown, but if Cooter Brown wasn't drunk, he was probably going to be fast. So let's pretend a sober Cooter Brown was shipping. It is coming out quick. But I will tell you, though, the boots are probably going to be on a couple of girls that are going to be drunk as Cooter Brown, or some jeans that are going to be on men who is drunk as Cooter Brown because they're drinking that Tito's, because they going to be in the Grove ready for a little Pete Golden era and whipping up on that LSU ass. Make sure you get your boots. Make them look good. Make them feel good. Make sure you get the right brands and stuff. And again, they have everything. Go to frontierwesternstore.com. And right now, again, free shipping. And because you're listening to me, any order that is like $75 or more right now, currently, just be like, yo, what up, Sports 56? They'll get you like a little 6% discount. Hit up Frontier Western Store or go to basically www.frontierwesternstore.com. Before I get out of here, Coach Thomas, Coach Bennett, do y'all give predictions?
Yeah, what's up?
What are y'all predicting tonight's final score is going to be in Houston and Whitehaven? You're like, I plead the fifth.
Yeah, I can't go
Dr.
there.
Fauci over here.
I can't go there. Hey, I just hope we have one more point than they do.
That's a damn great coach answer, bro.
I'm going to go slugfest.
You think? I'm telling you, I have a feeling like one thing I wanted to ask you, y'all bringing back as many young starters like from last year. How, Whitehaven's physical. What's this going to be like in the trenches tonight?
Oh, it's going to be a war. Look, I like my guys. I do. And we've preached it from day one. We've got to be a physical team, and we have what it takes to be a physical team. So, and we got a physical back, and we got a good quarterback.
Yes, you do have a physical back.
And we got guys outside that can catch it. So
right now, when we look at it, most physical, do you need your defensive front, your front seven, or your front five on offense? Like, who's going to have to establish their line of scrimmage, and that's the most important for your success tonight?
Well, I think our defense is definitely going to get tested in both the ground and the air. So, understanding that Whitehaven's good team and they're going to make plays, just play every play like it has a life of its own. Take a little out of the book by Kurt Cinetti.
I love that. By the way, cornerbacks, the defensive front, can they get to the quarterback to make sure that these guys aren't covering for more than 4 or 5 seconds?
Right. Best coverage is a good pass rush.
Damn skippy it is. I'm so looking forward tonight. Gentlemen, thank you for the gift.
Oh, yeah.
I got a dope hat. I got a Houston shirt. And by the way, I don't know if you know this, I am colorblind. So, if my wife dresses me, it's okay. But, if I dress myself, I go to, the colors I know, gray, black, white. Houston High School colors.
That's right. Slimming.
So I know I'm always going to look good, solid steel, sex appeal style. But, man, gentlemen, I really, really appreciate it. And let's go beat Whitehaven. Kickoffs tonight at 7 o'clock, and it's in the Haven.
It's in the Haven.
And Jay Ham is going to come in here and probably talk a little bit of ish. But don't worry, if he talks too much, I'll DDT his ass.
That's what makes the game interesting.
There you are. I've been looking for him. Who you got tonight, Houston or the Haven? Who you got?
I might go to the game tonight.
But who you got, Houston or Haven?
I ain't got no side, man. I'm just a Haven guy, man. I didn't graduate from Whitehaven. I'm a Central grad. Remember that.
My dad was Hillcrest.
We got no more family on Whitehaven's roster, so it's all good.
And then everybody, my grandmother
No
went to
Mustangs.
Houston. Me and Ben were so cool when we were young, bro. You got no idea, man.
You're still young, Johnny.
I love you. Oh, I love y'all. Houston High School in the Haven. Up next, we're going to talk with Mo Schefter till about 12:30. Then I'm going to give you Wood because it feels so good, and then our bets. It's the first. We're finally kicking off, and I am betting everything from the game over in Ireland. I wish we could bet on if there's going to be a family member that fights their own family member after the game. Do y'all remember that with Kansas State last year?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I tell this to Americans. When you go across the pond, don't be drinking their whiskey. Stick
different.
with Tito's.
It's different.
Like, you even start beating up your own family. And we don't want to do that. This is a vacation.
Well, Belichick's son's not going, right?
Oh, yeah, no, but no, he's not. By the way, Belichick's general manager is not going. Like, I feel like Bill Belichick was only, like, covered because Robert Kraft was always at the Orchid Day Spa getting, busted, and Jed York is over there in a trailer park in East Palestine, Ohio.
Yeah.
Man, them billionaires in the NFL, little sexual deviants, aren't you? And I would tell you, I bet you the Raiders owner, Lloyd Christmas, Al Davis's son, he would be one if there was a lady on God's green earth that would ever like date him. You ever heard him?
There's one.
Where
Got
they
that
say,
kind of money, there's always one.
yeah, there's always out there somebody that's a gold digger. Jay, speaking of that, how you doing over there, buddy?
What up?
Nothing. You're deaf. You're deaf. Just sit over there. It's okay. At least he's not Helen Keller. He can see. We're going to take a quick time out because, man, I have a feeling after what we saw with Houston against Germantown and what I saw with Whitehaven taking care of business, I think you're going to see a war. If you love high school football, if you just have the fever, I don't know if there's going to be a better place tonight than Whitehaven as Houston's heading down there, because this is going to be straight up physical. The band's going to be bumping. The smells are going to be awesome. And it's going to be like standing room only style. The atmosphere is going to be great. After you play Whitehaven, we're going to talk about it again next Friday, because I think y'all have, Southwind?
Correct.
So we got a lot of football. It's just now starting. And we'll get to talk about Memphis in the Charles Huff era. By the way,
Close the gap.
you're a coach. What do you think about him?
I do. I like him.
I'll tell you one thing. When he came over here and they first hired him, I didn't know much. Didn't have really much of an opinion. You take a trash Southern Miss team that didn't win a game. You win 7 games. It's like, all right. Hearing him talk, he reminds me kind of a Kurt Signetti.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't say, I'm a winner, look me up. But he said, no, I don't want to expand to 24. I want to win every single game, win the conference championship, and get in because we deserve it. Like, I like that. He's hard-nosed. So is Houston High School. Thanks to James Thomas, Ben Bennett. And I hope we get a big dub against the Haven. Again, kick at 7 o'clock. Mo Schefter next. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
It is quite literally the dog days of summer at Family Leisure. Now, why is that? Glad you asked. Because Family Leisure wants to see your dog pictures, or whatever pet you have pictures of. Here's the details. With any Family Leisure purchase, you're going to get a dog bandana and a tennis ball. You take a picture of your pooch or any other pet with your newly purchased Family Leisure product, you get a $50 gift card. Come on, how many pictures do you already have of your pets on your phone? Family Leisure is giving you an excuse and a gift card to take one more. Now, what other dog days deals are there at Family Leisure? How about a swimming pool as low as $19.99? How about patio furniture that's up to 50% off? Get this, if you purchase any hot tub in stock, Family Leisure will give you a free theater seating set. Now you know why they're called the dog days of summer at Family Leisure. Family Leisure, Whitten Road at I-40, where family fun and your pets all come together.
Guns, guns, and more guns. Over 700 firearms in stock. Home defense guns, old guns, new guns, used guns, big guns, little guns. Every gun you can think of, Classic Arms has them. All brands like Glock, SIG, Colt, Ruger, Smith & Wesson, Browning, Beretta, Benelli, Remington, Winchester, and more. Guaranteed lowest prices in town. Only gun importer in the Mid-South. Free gun inspections and appraisals and free bore sighting for the upcoming deer season. Shop online at ClassicArmsOfMemphis.com or visit Classic Arms at 1740 Germantown Parkway behind Corky's Barbecue in Cordova.
K4T 349,980, MSRP 24,825, Seltos V 5010936, MSRP 27,130, Sorrento TG 455,570, MSRP 34,280, Telluride VGO 42,843, MSRP 44,420, EV9 TG 007645, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 895, must finance through KFA, excludes tax title and license with approved credit, dealer stock only, see dealer for complete details, offer valid through 8/31/26.
I've got Jeff Allen on the line. Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah. Let's cut to the chase. What do you got for us?
Hey, Randy, you ready to make memories with your new ride? 2026 Kia K4 LXS, $229 a month, $34.99 due at signing. 2027 Kia Seltos LX, $258 a month, $37.99 due at signing. 2026 Kia Sorrento LX, $327 a month, and a 2027 Kia Telluride S, $449 a month, 24-month lease, $39.99 due at signing. And the all-new 2026 EV9 Land all-wheel drive, $12,000 off MSRP, or get 0% for 60 months.
All equipped with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia on Mount Moriah.
The only power source capable of generating 1.21 gigawatts of electricity is a bolt of lightning.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, and I'm just in a great mood. You know what I mean? I feel like football is here. We are solid. We are just, man, I'm pumped. And the way they beat Germantown 40-6, I was just like, yes, sir. I don't know if you know, man. I actually feel kind of good, you know what I mean? But do you know anything about the Haven, Jay?
Not much other than it's fresh and brand new.
Well, I don't know if you know this.
Coach Collins coming back for the first time since 1996. You know, I think he's just kind of holding it in place till they bring Gene over since Gene is the alum.
But, no. I was just pointing at him because I love him. I was giving.
But I don't know much about the Haven at this point, though. It's kind of like the Tigers. We know.
We know Chef Jason at Trap Fusion is delicious.
Oh, absolutely. Well, he's not a Haven grad either. He's a Central alum like me.
No, it doesn't matter.
We won last week, too. We beat Melrose 42-0.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Really?
And I don't even claim Central like that, but I played for Central.
Where's Cedric coaching?
Where's who?
Wilson Cedric.
The Melrose.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, he had a lot of defectors.
Tell you one thing, I bet he wanted to throw a helmet on and go out there and start tossing the rock all over the place.
Yeah, they got Kirby tonight, too. Melrose.
Man, a lot of good football going on. By the way, me and Jay Ham will be at September 3rd.
What's that?
Collierville and Horn Lake.
4th.
Are you sure, man?
Next Friday.
Is it Friday that?
Yes.
Well, The next game. We'll be doing that one.
That'll be September 11th, huh? which we haven't chose our game yet, have we? Okay.
I need to do that actually today. But Mo Schefter, Mo money, Mo women, Mo problems, Mo taxes. But you know what? Mo gratitude, Mo appreciation, and just, man, Mo always welcome in my house. Good friend, great human being. And I think he talks about the NFL better than his kind of crappy dad, Adam Schefter, you know? Like, how you gonna have a son and not even like say what's up, bro? And he's even better than you.
He actually talks football, not just the business of football like Adam talks.
Mm-hmm.
Mo can actually tell you about some plays.
Yeah, he can actually watch, a game and tell you what's going down. But Mo Schefter, first and foremost, happy Friday, my friend.
Happy Friday, my brother. Happy Friday, Memphis. It's a beautiful Friday. It's a football Friday. We have reached the last Friday in August, which means it's going to be 901 week next week, which means football is officially here.
Gosh.
I know.
I mean, I don't even know, how to tell you that this is hard. I mean, I'm excited about TCU because I pounded them against North Carolina because I think it's going to be an ass whipping. But it's not the one that I'm looking forward to. It's not till 9 o'clock in UNLV in Memphis. And I know you're the NFL guy, bro. I know this. But is there any chance?
I also know that TCU whooped North Carolina in this very same game last year.
Dude, I'm just telling you, man, TCU's better. And I don't know if you know the coach at North Carolina is too focused on a 24-year-old girl and Jordan Hudson. I got a mullet better than Kenny Powers' son's not going to be there, the defensive coordinator. His general manager, what was it, Frank Light? What was his name? I think I just threw the wrong guy under the bus. Who's Bill's friend?
Oh, my goodness, Lombardi, which I hate that's his last name. I hate that's his last name.
Michael Lombardi.
Because there's no relation, by the way.
No. It's not Vince's kid or nothing, man.
In any way.
And, dude, I am so sorry. Who did I say? I apologize.
I don't even remember now.
I can't even remember.
I got one eye on the FedEx Tour Cup Championship, so.
Well, is that golf?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'll beat their ass. On one hole, maybe. That's all that matters.
Oh, my goodness.
No, for real, though. We got football back, and I'm kind of curious, man, because there's so many things that are going on. And I was, I don't even know if y'all believe it. Do you know that I've had phone calls that have lasted 2 hours and 40 minutes?
Oh, I believe you.
And they have been like every single day of the last 2 weeks. It's insane. Because I hate talking on the telephone. But I do know one thing, man. You've been like getting ready for a whole lot of stuff, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm kind of curious. Like, I want you to tease the people about what it is that we're about to break down when it comes to the National Football League.
Yeah, man. So it's back. So the one thing I did was I created my own depth chart, my own big board.
Paper.
Pen and paper for fantasy.
Piece, pen, close enough.
Yep. Created my own little board. I have about 75 players on that board. I created a tiers list of Super Bowl contenders that Jay Ham has. If you want to read that, by all means.
It's being dropped on the Facebook right now.
Beautiful. I also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have pick over-unders for 12 teams in terms of win totals, like 12 teams, and I am very, very much confident in these win totals. I came up with that Travis Hunter trade idea. I've been watching all kind of quarterbacks. I've been watching all kind of corners, distinguishing between slot corners and outside corners. I'm in the lab, Johnny. I'm in the lab.
Putting in the work is what you're doing. That's a fact, Jack. So
hey, listen. When Brett Noseworthy validates you, the only choice you have is to take his game to another level. Mm-hmm.
Well, I also know that you did the division winners, win totals,
Yes.
all that stuff. You want to
Yes.
jump on that on the other side?
Hey, man. Only thing
This
we're not
is
going to
your-
jump is
hey,
off sides, baby.
Hey, don't jump off sides. I just want you to know you put in all the work. This is right now your canvas. I want you to paint it. So you kind of lead us to where we're going. After this break, we're going to come back and Mo's going to give us our division winners. And then after that, Mo, drive us all the way home till 12:30, my friend.
I got you, brother. I'm ready to roll.
He's in charge. He's Mo Schefter. I'm hanging out with Jay Ham. I'm hanging out with my homie Jared, dude. One of the best dudes in the whole wide world. And I got a really special announcement. Jared, I just wanted to go ahead and give you an opportunity. Your lovely wife, or girlfriend, I'm sorry. I'm used to the wife thing. No, I got to think. Hey, once I get married, I figure the whole damn world must be married. You know what I'm saying? Lord have mercy. But I know my little homie, man, his girl out there does a whole lot. And I know that she's doing some stuff, I think today at 4:30 to 9:30 at Grind City Brewery. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Man, can you fill me in on what she's doing?
So she has a handmade soap business with all natural products like shea butters, mango butters, cocoa butters and things of that
Stuff
nature.
that's going to nourish your skin.
Yeah, nourishing your skin and
It's going to make you
making
smell luxurious and make you feel good.
Different fragrances, and things of that nature.
And what is it called? What is it called?
It's the name
Say
of
It
the
Ain't Soap?
Yep. Name of the business is Say It Ain't Soap. You can follow her on all social media platforms at Say It Ain't Soap. And yeah, this is her second time doing the market. They
And
respond
it's
well
called
to the
For the
soaps.
Girls Market, by the way, at Grind City Brewery, which is at 76 Waterworks Avenue. It's from 4:30 to 9:30, and that's today, right?
Yeah.
And it's for
This
the
is-
ladies. This is a black-owned business, and I don't care if you black, white, brown, green, Asian, crema sangon guy, or if you're like, buenos dias, pass that joint, man.
Say It Ain't Soap is the black-owned business.
No,
the
yeah,
market
yeah.
is for all
For
types
girls,
of
all
vendors.
types of women.
And then they have food
Yeah.
trucks and things like
Food
that.
trucks.
I helped her set up the first time she did it, but
And dope beer at Grind City, too, by the way, Holmes. So
and I
that's-
actually use some of the products, some of the soaps, and I like them. She has a turmeric soap. You know,
Hey,
turmeric
man, I don't
is
know
good for the
about you,
skin
but
and
man,
things
what's
of that
my
nature.
name? Skip?
She has a honey and oat
I mean,
soap.
damn.
And that the oats on the soap, they help with exfoliating and things of that nature. So
When
yeah,
we
it's
say this is
pretty
a
good product.
women's only event, this is a women's only event, and the fact that these are all women owned business, right?
Yeah, and
Or is it literally only women need to go? Like, I'm a dude. Like, this feels like on a Friday, if I got a bunch of women who own business, that's where I'm fishing.
Well,
I'm throwing out my line trying to get me an entrepreneur.
all of the businesses are definitely women owned. However, the attendees,
Is anybody.
I don't know. I think
Yeah, it's anybody.
I
Man,
think she
they ain't
told me
gonna tell
that
me.
her she saw a couple there one
Who's
time.
a woman going to
Last
sell
time she
soap
did
to?
it. There
Yes,
was a
they're going
couple
to sell
there
to
that
women.
shop with her.
But
and,
their
yeah, the man
big
was with
sales
her,
are going to
so,
come from some
you know.
dude who's just hitting on her and he can't say no. She's
as
like,
long-
"You want me to put that in the back?" Uh-huh.
As long as Enos Cantor don't show up at the joint, it's all good.
Dude.
He in Memphis. That man to get stumped
Is
out.
he in
I don't
Memphis
think
for real?
No, I'm saying he would be in Memphis. I don't think he would. I don't think.
But
he
no,
wanted to
this
try
is,
to-
in all honesty, though, and no joke, though, this is my man, Jared. I love him more than anything. He's like my protege. I see myself in him at 26 years old, and he works his tail off.
Wish I could say that he better than me at 26.
Man, yeah, he's better than me when I was 26. I can promise you that. But his girl, man, she has Say It Ain't Soap. It's a black-owned business. It's a handmade soap product that's filled with natural ingredients like shea butter, mango butter, cocoa butter. It nourishes your skin while making you smell luxurious and a variety of different fragrances. Go check them out. They're at 76 Waterworks Avenue. That's right downtown. Like, you know what I'm talking about? So let's like just say you go straight all the way downtown. You know what I'm talking about? Bam, 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 wham, bam, bam, thank you, ma'am, 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 ma'am. And then you can like take the right. Now, if you're coming down Crump or whatever, like, it's very, very simple to find. I mean, you got a Waze or a GPS, don't you? Put the Jun in. It's all girls out there. This is a women's only event. Not that men can't go, but this is a bunch of ladies out there who've started their own business and who are working their tail off. Get out there and support them and have a cold beer after a long week. 4:30 to 9:30 at the Grind City Brewery, 76 Waterworks Avenue. So if I get my hands really, really soft, man, I might even won't have to embarrass myself when I leave the lotion by the bed, huh? All right, we're back in two shakes. Sports 56. I can't find Mo to turn him off, dude. 98.5 FM.
Not only can you listen to your favorite shows on Sports 56, you can also watch video of the shows live on Twitter and YouTube. Watch and listen every day at Sports 56 WHBQ.
For those that watch the stock market, the real estate market also has its watchers, like me, Sheldon Rosengarten, with Mark Spensdorf Realtors. Right now I'm seeing the listing inventory increasing and the contracts and closings not keeping up, which puts us in what is labeled as a buyer's market. That is why it is extremely critical that you obtain the best advice and expertise when you're considering the sale of your home. And that is what I do. To make your home a sweet spot, where buyers are drawn to you like bees to honey, talk to 2 to 3 real estate brokers, but make sure I am one of them. Find out about my highly successful strategic marketing program that can help you sell your home quicker at a better price. Remember what people often say, when you want the job done, call Sheldon. Call me at 483-0546 or email me at memphisrelocate.com. That's right, relocate is in my name. memphisrelocate.com or 483-0546.
Hey, Jason, the main man, Marshall, tell us about that Hyundai Getaway sales event still going strong out there at Gossett Hyundai on the Pike.
Check out the new 2026 Hyundai Sonata SE, $346.74 a month, plus 1.99 for 72 months and 0.99 for 60 months available. Get uptown style and upscale tech and 2026 Hyundai Tucson SEL Plus. $359.99 a month, plus 0% for 60 months and 1.99 for 72 months available. Or the new 2026 Hyundai Santa Fe SC, now only $372.48 a month and 1.9 for 72 months available.
And every Gossett Hyundai comes with America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty and the owner assurance.
Come see me, Jason the Main Man Marshall, where we're charging forward and charging less at Gossett Hyundai. 1956 Covenant Pike, or visit online at HyundaiGossett.com 24/7.
Sonata TH537.393, MSRP 29,650. Tucson TH77500, MSRP 33,890. Santa Fe TH197,320, MSRP 37,390. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 895. Excludes tax file and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month. Dealer stock only.
Hi, this is Troy Five Ash, owner of Five Ash Roof Services. I wanted to take a minute and discuss advertising with you. There are so many websites that list the best service provider in your area. Even the BBB has an accredited list. You know the one thing they all have in common? A company like mine has to pay to get on that list. So that begs the question, can those lists be trusted? You know what can be trusted? History. We've been around for almost 30 years providing customers with the best service and the best products that we possibly can. So if you need a roof, siding, or gutters, give us a call. We'll come talk to you and let you decide for yourself whether or not we know what we're talking about. Five Ash Roof Services. Best products, best warranties, and in many cases, the best price. We're fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Five Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Old Dominick Distillery's award-winning 8-year reserve bourbon is back in Memphis for its second year. Small batch, intentional, and proudly made in Memphis. This is bourbon for the love of bourbon. A slow sipper with a flavor journey that's been refined by time. Find Old Dominick's 8-year reserve bourbon at an area retailer. This pour is reserved for you. Old Dominick Distillery, 305 South Front Street, or online at olddominick.com.
A long life is wonderful, but it comes with changes as you age. So when you're ready to change your home, Town Village Audubon Park is the perfect choice. Incredible location, amazing amenities, including a pool, all-inclusive dining, and on-site medical care so you can age in place. Monthly rental with no buy-in lets you make current choices. Apartments include full kitchen, washer and dryer, bi-weekly housekeeping, and all basic utilities. Landscape courtyards make it easy to get sunshine and fresh air. Gated parking keeps you ready to go. And the Town Village Dog Park keeps your fur baby close by your side. Hi, I'm Max. My wife Jean and I moved into Town Village Audubon Park 18 months ago. It's the best decision we ever made. We have made friends here and take part in lots of social activities. It's a comfortable life. So if you're thinking of making a change, come see me and Town Village Audubon Park. I think you'll like it as much as we do, and look, new friends.
The answer to the question, where should we go for drinks, is always Bell Tavern. Celebrating something? Bell Tavern. Bell Tavern, Memphis's perfect downtown neighborhood bar, is the destination for celebration. What are you and your friends going to do when somebody has a special occasion? Go to some chain bar and suffer all that racket? No. You're going to say those two magic words that sets everything in motion. Bell Tavern. There's no reason to even have a conversation about it. Just say Bell Tavern and see everyone smile.
Hit me on, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Sorry about that. A little bit of technical difficulty. It happens sometimes because I don't know if you know this. The world is not always perfect. But you know what? We are about to give you a perfect segment, a perfect part of our show, because we got Mo Schefter talking about the National Football League. And we were talking about division winners coming into the break on the other side. And let me tell you a little secret. Monos football. The divisions and picking the winners before the season starts is not going to be easy, but I have a feeling he's going to do a damn good job at it. Mo Schefter, where do you want to start? We start in the AFC or the NFC?
Let us have some fun and start with the AFC.
Ooh, let's start in the East then.
Okay. You want me to just give you the winner right away?
I want to know one thing. You got Buffalo and you got New England. New England represented the AFC in the Super Bowl. Buffalo has Josh Allen and a lot of changes over in Buffalo. They brought A.J. Brown over in New England. The Dolphins and the Jets are a damn joke. So it's got to be simply between New England and Buffalo. Who do you have? Diana Rossini's love child? Or do you have Josh Allen's? I used to throw like a weirdo at Wyoming, and they fixed me, and now I'm a badass.
Look, very simple, Johnny. I'm going with the New England Patriots. I think the New England Patriots, to me, are in the tier one of Super Bowl contenders. I think the signing of Elijah Vera Tucker cannot go unnoticed, untalked about. It is going to stabilize their two biggest weak spots on the offensive line. He's going to help out Jared Wilson, who now moves to center, and I think he's going to help out Will Campbell. I am not worried about Will Campbell's arm length. I think he has the tools and the skills to survive in the NFL. The signing of A.J. Brown, bringing a solid tier one X receiver for a young quarterback, also undervalued. Wide receivers have different values depending on skill set and depending on who the quarterback is. So to me, I think the Bills, I have too many questions about their defense. I think their safeties are a liability. I think without Ed Oliver, their run support defense is basically non-existent. And I think they gave up way too much for DJ Moore. He might have close to 1,000 yards, but he's not a championship level player for this roster. This is, to me, actually easier than expected. They're not going to win the same amount of games as last year, but they're still going to be division winners, and they belong in tier one in terms of Super Bowl contention.
Weird question for some out there. They might think this is a simple-minded question, and the answer is easy. Bigger pickup, A.J. Brown or Elijah Vera Tucker?
Wow. Would I be chickening out by saying both equally important?
Yes. Because
okay, fine.
I have an opinion, so you can't chicken out on me.
Okay, if I had to pick, I'm going to go Elijah Vera Tucker.
Me too, bro, because you could still grab like a Diggs, a Tyreek Hill. You could have grabbed somebody else. I love A.J. Brown, consummate pro and everything, but you still have Mac Hollins and Romeo Dobbs and what they have with the D.D. Douglas.
Pop
Thank you,
Douglas. they call
Demario
him.
Douglas, Pop Douglas. Thank you. That's where I couldn't get there. You have a Hunter Henry who's kind of like a wide receiver, tight end. I just feel like with the way Will Campbell got dominated by Seattle in the playoffs, I think Elijah Vera Tucker is going to be his safety blanket.
Exactly. I have nothing else to add. That's exactly my thoughts as well.
Man, most people probably thought we were smoking crack just now, but no, we were just telling you
Which
football.
division did I miss?
AFC East. We're taking the New England Patriots to win the AFC. Over in the AFC North, Lamar Jackson fell for the number 1 player to the 69th. You had Baltimore also get a new coach. John Harbaugh's in New York. Welcome, Jesse Minter. Todd Monken, his offensive coordinator's got actually a new job, but what a crappy job he's got. You have the Cincinnati Bengals, who we all know have the best quarterback in the division. To be honest with you, I'm no disrespect to Lamar Jackson. I'm sorry. Joe Burrow, if he's healthy, he's better than I think any quarterback, period, to be honest with you. Not like him and Pat Mahomes, I think, are actually on the same tier. It's just Joe Burrow hadn't been healthy. You also have to think to yourself that Joe Burrow also has better weapons than a lot of the guys that we talked about, because when T. Higgins is your number 2, bro, that's so nasty. And we all know Jamar Chase is as filthy as anything we've ever seen. And the big thing was, though, for Orlando is we always talked about, Orlando. I already started thinking about Orlando Brown. And the biggest thing for the Bengals has been their offensive line. Bro, people need to pay attention to what they've been doing in the draft and what they've done in free agency. I think their offensive line is going to be good this year.
I totally agree. I'm sorry. I totally agree.
So
look at who they added. Look, and they got, again, continuity is everything on the offensive line. One band, one sound. You are only as strong as your weakest link. That's what it is with the offensive line. And they have continuity, and now they have some depth. And I'm right there with you. They added Dalton Risner, and they brought in Ted Karras again. So I'm right there with you. The Bengals offensive line should be good enough.
It should be good enough because Joe Burrow gets the ball out of his hands quick, and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins get open pretty damn fast. One thing I'm kind of wondering, do you think Chase Brown and Samaje Perine are enough in the backfield?
Well, right now they have also Todd Brooks, who's still on there, and as well as
they got the Brightwell kid.
And that Brightwell kid. So we'll see if they play any role. To me, Johnny, and if I'm giving you one weakness for the Cincinnati Bengals, it is the ground and pound game. Like Chase Brown, we know is high on so many fantasy boards because he's going to get you a lot of receptions. You know, he's the type of running back that's going to have 4 to 6.
On PPR leagues, you love him.
Correct. He's going to be the type of player that gets you 4 to 6
hell,
receptions.
He caught 69 balls, I think, last year.
No, he did. He something. I can't remember the exact number, but
I just feel like
I know
it
it's
was
somewhere in the
69
70s
because
range.
that's a number that actually sticks out. 420 and 69 stick out for me.
That's also what Lamar was ranked by the players.
Oh, that's exactly right. So my
Yes,
question
sir.
is I've been very disrespectful to the Cleveland Browns because I don't feel like they deserve to be talked about. But the Pittsburgh Steelers, we did talk about their defense is so damn filthy. You do have a DK, and is there with Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers in his swan song, eating ayahuasca, all that good stuff. Like, is it very simple? Is it between the is it between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens? Or is there even a thought about Pittsburgh possibly?
No, there's not really. I mean, Pittsburgh, I think, will win enough games to potentially be dangerous as a wild card team. But I think the AFC North is going to come down to the Bengals and the Ravens. And it's a couple of points. Number one, the Ravens' offensive line has weakened. This is the weakest offensive line the Ravens have had since they've had Lamar Jackson as their starting quarterback.
I thought
that
they
is
were
of major
pretty bad
concern.
last year.
No, they're going to be worse this year.
Wow.
Here's another thing. This is the best defense that the Cincinnati Bengals have had since they've had Joe Burrow. By far. You add Dexter Lawrence, Jonathan Allen, Boya Mafe, and Brian Cook to your defense. So now all of a sudden, when last year you were handicapped, you were handcuffed, whatever adjective you want to use, by Trey Hendrickson and Shamar Stewart. They are gone. Shamar Stewart is still there, but we are no longer handicapped by those two players. Now we have talent.
Hell, Trey's
we have
over in
depth.
Baltimore now.
Right, but like you look at their depth. They also have quietly added Kyle Duggar, who's going to be another piece that they can put in the box to support what I think is going to be a very strong defense against the run. And you can't be a good defense if you can't stop the run. It starts with stopping the run if you want to be a good defense. So very simply put, I feel very strongly that the Cincinnati Bengals will win the AFC North.
Man, my man Jason, he also dropped his winners. He came in and said the AFC division winners for me is he's got the Patriots. He said the Bengals. He said the Texans, and he said the Chargers. Thanks for the text, Jason. I'm kind of curious because right now it looks like he's 2 for 2 with you, right?
Hey, shout out to Jason, man. He just hit for the cycle. Spoiler alert.
Uh-oh. And this is the thing is, man, when we go over to the South, I like the Tennessee Titans. And I root for them. They have been straight up ass, let's be honest. But they bring in a complete new coaching staff. I like Cam Ward. I know a lot of people out there have some issues with him. Again, I am for a guy who didn't have a chance out of high school, who believed in himself, bet on himself, and kept putting in the work. Again, I say this all the time. You don't have to know the destination. You just have to believe in the direction, put one foot in front of the other, and keep going in that direction. Work your ass off, and bet on your damn self. And that's kind of what Cam Ward's done. You know, I mean, this is a guy who went from nobody wants me to a crappy West Coast team to getting his ass to Miami and becoming the number 1 overall pick in 2025. Last year, a lot of people talk about, oh, he struggled. You mentioned it. His numbers were almost identical to Josh Allen's. If he can take that next step, it would be awesome. But you're right. I just don't think they have enough, even though I like their defense in Tennessee. Jacksonville Jaguars, we talked about yesterday, having issues. Like, they don't know what to do with Travis Hunter, man. You got a guy who's probably your 3rd best defensive back. You also have a guy who's probably your 3rd best wide receiver. And you moved up from 5th to 2nd to get his ass. Boy, you look stupid. And again, Trevor Lawrence and Sunshine, I'm just not a believer. And there are certain teams that I think are kind of snake bitten. You can tell I'm kind of giving you my love. Indianapolis, Daniel Jones, my ass. Shane Steichen. Now, if he was back as World War II, we know where he'd be. Steichen, SS. But man, the Texans, bro, I love their coach. Like, DeMeco Ryans is one of those guys who is not just a football like savant. He's one of those guys who knows how to talk to his players. He holds people accountable. He is always even killed. And I just have just much respect for him. I also love CJ Stroud because I've been beating the drum for CJ forever. When I watched Carolina actually take the best LPL player in the history of the draft, number 1 over a 6'3" full-grown ass man out of Ohio State and CJ Stroud. Now, if Nico Collins can stay healthy with Xavier Hutchins, with Dalton Schultz, with David Montgomery and Woody Marks in the backfield, I love their defense. I think Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter and Henry Toa with his foot fetish. Azeez Al-Jazeer. These guys Derek Stingley Jr., one of the best cornerbacks, period, into discussion. Reed Blankenship, a guy who might look a little icy white, but will light your ass up. I like their defense. I like their head coach. I love CJ Stroud. Is this a lock? Is this one easy? Is it the Texans and we don't even really need to think about it?
We don't. As far as the Jacksonville Jaguars are concerned, you everything you said about Travis Hunter, you heard what we said yesterday. I even came up with some trade scenarios that we could talk about next week with Travis Hunter. Also my number 1 motto at Views from the 22, no beef, no Lombardi. I do not think the Jacksonville Jaguars have adequate beef. The Colts arguably have one of the most talented rosters in the NFL, but I think their coach is a problem, and I don't think Daniel Jones is going to have a bounce-back season coming off an Achilles. The Texans, everything you said. My two concerns are obviously the run game and the offensive line. However, they added to their offensive line, and they're also much deeper than they were last year. We just got to keep an eye on when Braden Smith will be able to return to that roster. Defensively, Johnny, this is a team that needed to add nobody to their defense. Yet, they added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 backup players to their defense because we know their starters are all pros across the board. But for them to add 9 players to be backups, to be rotational pieces, tells you just how much they believe in the philosophy they want to play, and that philosophy requires depth. So I think when you look at their front seven, incredible. You look at their 2 edge rushers, the best in the NFL as a duo, and when you look at their secondary, the only reason, like last year, Seahawks was the best secondary in my opinion. This year, I think the Texans are going to separate themselves as the best secondary in the league, led by Jalen Petrie, Reed Blankenship, and the best corner in the NFL, Derek Stingley.
Can't say it any better than that. We're going to take a very early timeout right now, a little baby break, and we're going to come back and get the last team out of the AFC, and then we're going to move straight over to that NFC. Because the AFC West, that one, man, I'm not kidding with you. Just talking to you, like since we've been on air, I've changed my mind 3 times, and now we're going to find out. It is a tough one, but we have Mo Schefter, Mo money, Mo problems, Mo taxes, Mo issues. But I'll tell you right now, if you're ready to get ready to rock and fire on some gambling, we're 13 days away from the NFL. We got college football going on this weekend. 12 days from the NFL. That's right, it's Wednesday. So do me a favor, folks. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Any house, any area, as simple as that. 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. You call Bill. He comes out there, makes an offer. You agree, guaranteed to close in 5 days. And you heard me. It's simple. Any house, any area, as simple as that. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. One more time, 901-406-1101. Mo Schefter, he's next on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Hello, I'm Ford Canale of Canale Funeral Directors. For more than a century, the Canale family has been honored to serve Memphis families during life's most difficult moments. In fact, Canale Funeral Directors is proud to be the oldest continually operating business in Memphis, built on a tradition of compassion, dignity, and personal service. When a family places their trust in us, we understand it's about much more than arrangements. It's about celebrating a life, honoring cherished memories, and providing comfort when it's needed most. Whether you're planning ahead or facing an immediate need, our experienced and caring staff is here to guide you every step of the way. From our family to yours, thank you for allowing us to serve generations of Memphis families with the respect and attention they deserve. Canale Funeral Directors, quietly caring since 1843.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams Labor Day sale and get 35% off paints and stains August 28th through September 9th. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
When you want your favorite drink without the big box hassle, you need City Center Liquor in Lakeland, your locally owned shop for wine, spirits, beer, and all your tobacco needs. With a friendly staff that knows their stuff, you'll get great recommendations, fast service, and the hometown feel you love. So whether you're stocking up for the weekend or on the hunt for something new to try, City Center Liquor has you covered. City Center Liquor, 9774 Shady Village Lane, just off Highway 70 in Lakeland. Local, friendly, and always fully stocked. For a 5% discount, tell them Sports 56 sent you.
So you need to sell your house? I have the solution. Call 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Any house, any area, as is. It's literally as simple as that. Just pick up your phone. Call 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your house fast, call Bill at 901-406-1101. That's Bill at I Buy Houses.
Hey, Jason, the main man, Marshall, tell us about that Hyundai Getaway Sales event still going strong out there at Gossett Hyundai on the Pike.
Check out the new 2026 Hyundai Sonata SE, $346.74 a month, plus 1.99 for 72 months and 0.99 for 60 months available. Get uptown style and upscale tech in 2026 Hyundai Tucson SEL Plus. $359.99 a month, plus 0% for 60 months and 1.99 for 72 months available. Or the new 2026 Hyundai Santa Fe SE, now only $372.48 a month and 1.9 for 72 months available.
And every Gossett Hyundai comes with America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty and the owner assurance.
Come see me, Jason the Main Man Marshall, where we're charging forward and charging less at Gossett Hyundai. 1956 Covenant Pike, or visit online at HyundaiGossett.com 24/7.
Sonata TH527.393, MSRP 29,650. Tucson TH77500, MSRP 33,890. Santa Fe TH197,320, MSRP 37,390. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 895. Excludes tax, title, and license for the approved Tennessee dealer. For complete details, offer valid through end of the month. Dealer stock only.
Napa Cafe celebrates 28 years in 2026.
Hi, I'm Glenda Hastings, owner of Napa Cafe, and I want to thank you for making us part of your dining experiences. If you are a first-time guest or have dined with us countless times, I want to thank you for making us part of your lives. Whether you're celebrating with the crowd or planning a cozy date night on the town, Napa Cafe can provide you an extraordinary evening. We have 5 dining rooms, including our private wine cellar, our Jan's room for 2 guests, and the Eleanor room for parties up to 60. Sit back, relax, and celebrate. Leave the cooking to us. Come see me at Napa Cafe, 5101 Sanderlin Avenue. We're open Wednesday through Saturday for dinner starting at 5 o'clock. We also offer curbside pickup from our full menu. For details on our stay-in, dine-out menu or reservations, visit our website at napacafe.com. We can't wait to serve you.
Come join in and celebrate 28 years of Napa Cafe in 2026.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
That is one of those things. When things get too heavy, just call me helium.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Football's here, man. We got Friday Night Football with the Haven and Houston. All kinds of games are going on. And your Memphis Tigers play UNLV at 9 o'clock tomorrow night. We're kicking things off in Ireland with North Carolina. And, of course, TCU. And that means Bill Belichick, his over-under. Who gets more airtime, Jordan Hudson or Bill Belichick?
Bill by 30 seconds.
Oh man, I'm showing Jordan more, but you know,
because they're probably gonna lose and they get an extra additional 30 seconds.
That is probably true.
I just don't want a father and son fight to happen over in Ireland this year. That's all.
I mean, well, we don't have to worry about it because Bill's son didn't get to go to Ireland.
Oh, you talking about homie that look like Joe Dirt?
Well, I mean, you can't, like, you have to admit, you know, if you're Bill's son, you don't think he's thrown a couple shots over at Jordan?
That man's son looked like Spike Dudley, man.
He looked like Joe Dirt that's fat. Like he's hit on his dad's girlfriend. But anyway, Mo Schefter, man, we've been talking about division winners and we've been all over it. Right now we got the Houston Texans over there in the AFC South, the Cincinnati Bengals in the North, and the New England Patriots in the East. AFC West, difficult division. You got Pat Mahomes in Kansas City. You also got Travis Kelce, who's now known as, what's that girl's name? The Six. What's her name? The girl he married. Thank you. Taylor Swift. He's now Taylor Swift's wife. He had to cut it off. I think she's like a part of SZA. Now
she does have that song, Cut It Off. Cut It Off.
And then you also have the San Diego Superchargers, whose offensive line's deep. And if they stay healthy, they're great. They also have weapons out the wazoo. It is time. Like, if Mike McDaniels complained about having a little guy in Tua, well, he's got a big dude in Justin Herbert. He's also got Omari and Hampton. And I love their wide receivers. They might be young, but Ladd McConkey, Quentin Johnston, and Trey Harris are ballers. Now, the defense is also loaded. You know that. I mean, it's time for them to stay healthy and get things done. It's time for the Mac Attack and Derwin James and these guys to live up and start doing their business. They got big Alec Ingold as also their fullback who likes to open up holes and destroy linebackers. I look at this division and I say, damn, man, Denver won it last year. But I look a little bit closer to Kansas City. I'm wondering, do you still believe in Bo Nix and Sean Payton and that great defense? And they added Jalen Waddle to the offense. Or are you going back to the well with Kansas City? Or are you believing that maybe a Harbaugh is going to get done in the West? Because we ain't even going to talk about the Raiders. Don't even play.
No, we're not going to talk about the Raiders for sure. As far as the Denver Broncos are concerned, I mean, very simply to me, obviously when you look at their roster, there's not much, if anything, to criticize. Their offensive line is one of the best in the NFL.
Yep.
Their wide receivers, not the strongest, but also far from the weakest.
I was going to say, man,
mid-level.
Courtland Sutton and Jalen Waddle ain't bad, bruh.
No, not at all. Not at all. A secondary led by obviously Pat Surtain is very serviceable. It's very simple for me. It's the biggest question is, does Bo Nix's year 3 jump make Denver dangerous enough to win games when the defense isn't carrying the script? That's what Denver's defense season is going to come down to. And we talked about it with Bo Nix.
The first 3 quarters of the football game.
Bo Nix also has to get better with reacting and actual pro reading match pattern defenses. What I mean by that is pre-snap, he's got to get better. Once he gets better pre-snap, he's going to be better with how he wants to move his feet and how he wants to set up his body to throw. And then the domino effect of that is if you're reading better pre-snap and you're processing it faster, the ball's going to come out quicker, the ball's going to come out with more energy, and the ball's going to come out in that window. Great quarterbacks create sort of alleys, not just windows, alleys, passing alleys. They create passing alleys, and Bo Nix has to take that level where he is as efficient, as explosive, as quick versus match pattern versus when he is with man. He's much better against man than he is with zone. So it all comes down to the Broncos to Bo Nix.
And the thing is people also have to remember Bo Nix and the Broncos got number 1 last year, so they have the number 1 schedule in the AFC West. And I don't know how many people have actually taken the time to look at it. Their first 8 weeks, I know you're going to think I'm smoking crack when I say this. I only see 2 games in their first 8 weeks that I trust them to actually win. They open up on the road at Kansas City. Then they're at home against Jacksonville. Then they have the Rams and the 49ers back to back. Then they have the Chargers in division. Then they play the defending Super Bowl champions. They go to Arizona. There's their winnable game. And then they come back and play Kansas City again. Their first 8 weeks are brutal, bro.
Brutal. and then they end their season with Bills, Patriots, Chargers. So keep going with my prediction. Spoiler alert: I do not have the Denver Broncos as winning their division.
I have them missing the playoffs this year.
That's fine by me, Johnny, because I have them in tier 3 of my Super Bowl contenders, and it's for everything that we stated. As far as the Kansas City Chiefs are concerned, they have a team and nobody else does. The one thing, we dropped a video years ago. This was me, Germ, and the guy that we were with at the time. We dropped a video on how the Chiefs have a tendency of scoring touchdowns outside the red zone. It started with Alex Smith, and it carried to Patrick Mahomes, where they would get to the 40-yard line, 50-yard line, and then that to them was their red zone offense. That's how explosive they used to be. That has drastically dipped since Tyreek Hill has left. Even though they won a Super Bowl, the numbers, the data tells you that they have gradually been on a decline in terms of explosiveness and efficiency. We move over to the Chargers. We should be talking about the Chargers the way we're talking about the Rams. There is not one flaw to this entire roster. On offense, as great as that offensive line is going to be, and as big as they are, Johnny, they have 4 legitimate fullbacks on that roster. 4 legitimate fullbacks, in addition to 2 great pass-catching tight ends. And then defensively, this is one of the most disciplined defenses in the league in terms of communication. And I think led by Derwin James, led by Khalil Mack, and led by Teair Tart, this is going to be one of the toughest defenses to consistently have to face. I'm picking the Chargers to win the AFC West.
And I'll tell you one thing, Teair Tart, man, if he continues to develop, dude, he's going to become one of the better defensive ends, and everybody's going to start talking about him. Like, he is.
Totally agree.
And then you have to also remember, when you look at their formation, Khalil Mack and Tart are usually on the same side of the ball.
Yes.
And I don't know if you know that. That's the pain in the ass, bro.
No, look, like, they might not have the flash on the edge like the Texans or the Broncos, but as a whole, as a unit, they are just as good, just as dangerous.
It's amazing.
And it wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me for them.
On the same page, you know. Like,
exactly.
That's the whole point. And that's why the Chargers have success, because people are not out of position. They know what they're doing when they see things, and people are going in motion. They're very good at communicating with each other, especially in their secondary. But we just barely got in through the AFC, so you know.
I know.
We're going to get to the NFC next week. We got fantasy football. We got to jump in. We're 12 days away from the National Football League. And, Mo, I just want you to know I can't wait to see you. I know you'll be in town soon. I will talk to you before then, but I love you. I appreciate your time. Tell all the wonderful people out there where they can find you.
Mo_Views22 on Instagram and TikTok. Join the Views from the 22 Facebook page. You can send me or him a friend request. We don't mind. We're friendly people. We do not bite. We have a lot of preseason stuff that is going to be coming out in 1 and 2 minute videos within the next 2 weeks. Please be tuned.
Mo lied to y'all. That bite. I'm just saying. I'm just tripping y'all.
Yeah, he bites into those cookies he makes. They're so damn good.
Make some on that weekend, too.
Whoa. Man, it's that time of the year, baby.
Yeah, and
I can't wait to bite into
your wife a batch because she's been solid.
You talking about Chas?
Yeah.
Man, Chas is the pillar of this entire thing, brother.
When is Chastity not ever solid? This is a good point.
Gets me to work, takes care of me, makes my life better, found heart in house, saw the vision, which I couldn't even see, and helped me make it into a reality.
Amen to that, brother. Shout out to Chas.
Hey, man. Be
Real
blessed,
MVP.
Mo. You know I love you, homie.
Oh, you always, my brother. Yes, sir.
That's my friend Mo Schefter. We're going to take a time out, man. I got Brasky. He's back.
Yeah.
He unfortunately got stuck in the clank last Friday.
Oh, man. We got to hear the story.
Well, they said it was indecent exposure because he was trying to, he couldn't find a urinal and he was peeing outside. But here's the thing about it is, bro, if you can't see it, how do you get indecent exposure?
That's a good point.
Golly, man, you know? Like, what did the cop come up there with a magnifying lens 10,000 times? Like, power or something. Anyway, we're going to talk a little bit of college football with our good friends T-Money and Uncle Brasky on the other side. Happy Friday. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Did you miss your favorite Sports 56 show? No! Check out the podcast, broken down hourly at sports56whbq.com or wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to like and subscribe. Never miss any Sports 56 show again with our podcasts available daily from Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hey, everybody. I'm out here in Olive Branch trying to pick out my favorite new Silverado for a test drive. And I've got one question. How low can your payment go? Come to All-Star Chevy and see what 0% financing for 5 years on all these new Silverados will do. And no payments until after Thanksgiving because your good credit deserves it. Military and first responders get an extra $500 bonus. And All-Star Chevy has the pre-owned makes and models for any budget. Go big with a Tahoe. Pre-owned Silverados? Yes, always. They got them right here in Olive Branch. Whatever you're looking for, ask Jeff and he'll find what you want fast. For all your commercial and fleet needs, All-Star Chevy is the top-rated business elite dealer. Express Cargo and Express Passenger Vans, they are right here in Olive Branch. And if you have any vehicle you want to sell, bring it here to All-Star Chevy in Olive Branch and get the most money for it today. Together, let's drive. Don't miss the last best sale of the summer event going on now in Olive Branch at All-Star Chevrolet or go to allstarautogroup.com.
If wedding bells are in your future, you need an unforgettable engagement ring from a jeweler you can trust. And that's been James Gaddis Jewelers for over 60 years. With a huge selection and the best prices, James Gaddis is a master jeweler and diamondologist. Beautiful jewelry from James Gaddis is always the right choice. Choose from rings to earrings, necklaces to bracelets, and gemstones to watches. Layaway and financing available. James Gaddis Jewelers, 4900 Poplar, online at GaddisJewelers.com and Instagram at Gaddis Jewelers. Say I do at James Gaddis Jewelers.
Guns, guns, and more guns. Over 700 firearms in stock. Home defense guns, old guns, new guns, used guns, big guns, little guns. Every gun you can think of, Classic Arms has them. All brands like Glock, Sig, Colt, Ruger, Smith & Wesson, Browning, Beretta, Benelli, Remington, Winchester, and more. Guaranteed lowest prices in town. Only gun importer in the Mid-South. Free gun inspections and appraisals and free bore sighting for the upcoming deer season. Shop online at ClassicArmsOfMemphis.com or visit Classic Arms at 1740 Germantown Parkway behind Corky's Barbecue in Cordova.
Life is too short for boring cars, so it's time to run, not walk, to Gossett Kia on the Pike. 2026 Kia K4 LXS, $229 a month, $34.99 to its signing. 2027 Kia Seltos LX, $258 a month, $37.99 to its signing. 2026 Kia Sorento LX, $327 a month, and 2027 Kia Telluride S, only $449 a month, 24-month lease, $39.99 to its signing. And the all-new 2026 EV9 Land, $12,000 off MSRP or get 0% for 60 months. Plus Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Come see Bobby J and get your new Kia today. Gossett Kia 1900 Covington Pike. Online, KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
K4T 349,980, MSRP 24,825. Seltos V 5010936, MSRP 27,130. Sorrento TG 455,570, MSRP 34,280. Telluride VGO 42,843, MSRP 44,420. EV9 TG 07645 includes all rebates and incentives. PF 895 must finance through KFA. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. Dealer stock only. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 8/31/26.
But you gotta be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you're doing extremely well, man. Love you, miss you. Can't wait to see you. But football's here, baby. Oh my gosh, Tigers and everything is starting tomorrow. How crazy is that? Like, we're going to find out this Charles
We get
Hudson,
game
right?
film, dog.
Dude, we get game film. We get to, like, break down everything. Oh, man, I can't wait till, what is it, September 6th when Louisville and Ole Miss play in Nashville. Like, we just got so much stuff coming on. And, you know, next Friday, you know, Lee Sterling's going to join us at 12 o'clock. He'll be back on September 4th. Lee, Paramount Sports, they dominate the whole football scene. But T-Money and Uncle Brasky, two great friends of mine. But first, I got to get to Brasky. I usually always go to T-Money. Also got somebody to brag on, man. You know, the kid did some really good stuff this week, dude. I'm so proud of that kid. I love I love it when young people find success. I don't know how to explain that. Maybe it sounds weird to y'all.
I love to see people find success.
I love finding all people that find success, but there's just something about when you see a young person, especially like the fact that I am somewhat a little bit negative on the younger generation and I bust their chops a little bit. I'm a rough on them.
Sometimes it's justified.
It is justified.
Sometimes you're just being John Hard and having fun.
Yeah, that's true. But man, I'm telling you, man, there's a couple of young folks that I'm extremely proud of, and I'm not even talking about my daughters. But let's start off with Brasky. Brasky, how did they know that you were doing an indecent exposure if they couldn't see it?
What? No, you're talking about. Let me tell you something. You know, we had a great American die this week, don't you?
Dolly Parton, bro, and you could see him from space.
Man, let me tell you something, Johnny. My greatest Dolly Parton memory. It was 1990, and this girl kept begging me to go to the Dolly Parton, Kenny Rogers concert.
Dude, that's
at the
awesome. My
Coliseum.
wife was listening to it last night.
Well, let me tell you the best thing about the whole show is this girl goes, she's a Kenny Rogers freak. Well, we had backed in there the Pipkin building, you know, and later on that evening after drinks and a little smoke and all, and she had this old white Buick Regal, and she had cowboy boots on, looked fine, and I was just out there banging her on the back of the Buick Regal out next to the Pipkin building. It was great. That's my fondest memory.
I mean, that's what I'm like. To be honest with you, I never thought I'd be jealous of Brasky. Like,
Well, I
never.
mean, what would you do? But when she died the other day, that was the first thing that popped in my mind, John.
I'm sure it was. My first, man, I had a lot of thoughts. It was rush. I had so many thoughts rushing through
Shout
my
out
head.
to the Pipkin building.
Yeah, man.
Exactly. At least it's still standing.
I know it's a shocker, isn't it? It is a
Yeah, but back then it was safe there. You didn't have to worry about somebody coming over the fence on you.
Oh, I missed you, Brasky. Oh, I
Oh,
really
my
did,
God.
man. But I got my good buddy T Money in the house. First and foremost, T, how's life?
Johnny Radio, life couldn't be better. And Uncle Brasky told me that story the other day, and that's the G-rated version.
Oh, I know. My mind was, if you didn't notice the silence in my voice, because you didn't hear me, as I was silent, because my mind was going,
I told Jared right before we go on here, get that dump button ready, because I kind of knew where he was going, but he did well for 56.
I'm actually proud of him.
Well, like I said, it was the old white Buick Regal with that red vinyl top and red interior. I mean, it was pimp before we knew what pimp was.
Dude, didn't have to worry about Red Wings. That interior. Oh, man, but I did also want to mention T-Money. I don't know about you. Yesterday you sent me a text, and I didn't catch it for a while. And then when I looked at it and read the article, I don't know how to explain this, man. Like, I was so damn proud.
Right. We put the kid on. You know, the kid has been on your show a couple times, and, you know, he's off to school
The
there
kid
in
Hudson,
Missouri.
by the way, he went to Missouri with Eli Drinkowitz and Austin Simmons, and he's very, very serious. He wants to be a journalist one day. And again, he's very, very young. We had him on while he was in high school here. But he released his first article yesterday. And I do have to say, it was about basically the Ireland, the whole situation with what's going on with there, I believe, if I remember correctly. Now I'm kind of like trying to remember which article it was.
He's the one talking about he had NC State +4.
That's right. It was
What?
NC State. Yeah, that's right, against Virginia. He loves...
Correct. He said Virginia's quarterback's in shambles.
C.J. Bailey is the quarterback, though, who's going to dominate because Bo Priebus is pathetic.
Terrible.
Bo, you know, like he's now one of those guys who sees ghosts. You can kind of tell when he's back there. Like he got happy feet last year and was absolutely, to be honest with you, just he was a shell of himself. And again, C.J. Bailey, I feel like is a full grown ass man. He talked about the struggles last season. And you know what's so funny is you know where Virginia's quarterback played football last year at, don't you?
Missouri.
Yes. Isn't that crazy? And he's over
I mean,
at
this
Missouri.
is what I do, Johnny.
Yeah, dude, I'm so proud of him for going out there. And he said, the kid in his article, which you can find it, what is it at, sportsbite.com?
I think that, yeah, that's it. Sportsbite.com.
And it doesn't have the O. It's just sportsbite.com. He's got his best two bets. And the reason I brought up TCU and North Carolina, because that was his second best bet. His number one bet is said, take NC State, baby. Let's go. In fact, he says it's the bet of the week. NC State +4. He says, man, he says the quarterback advantage is so ridiculous that you have to take NC State and CJ Bailey. The damage that, Missouri signal caller last year, the way he ended his season with a bad ankle, and the fact that he was seeing ghosts, and now he's going to find a new offense at Virginia. And yes, they did have a pretty decent defense last year, but dude, I don't see Virginia coming out and having the same type of defense.
No.
Then the kid came out and said his second favorite bet of the week falls very, very, very early because it's the first game of the year in Dublin, Ireland, TCU, North Carolina. Believe it or not, he says he loves the under 46 and a half. I was all up in TCU's keister, bro, just thinking that, you got Bill Belichick, who's all up in the keister. Speaking of that, Jordan Hudson, you got his mullet, fat Joe Dirt looking like son who can't make the show. You got Michael Lombardi as general manager who got kicked off the team for being a pervert. I mean, it sounds like we got a bunch of sexual deviants over at North Carolina. I'm afraid what's going to happen when they're over in Ireland. You don't think a Eugene Robinson situation's coming? Please, you got me messed up.
I mean, and they got those loose rules over there in some of those countries, Johnny.
Yes. So
I mean, think about it.
I'm just kind of curious. So he's not expecting TCU to boat race him. He's basically thinking this is going to be a real low-scoring game over in the rainy days of Ireland.
Going to be sloppy. Going to be sloppy.
Just like Jordan Hudson after having to explain to her that she was with Bill Belichick after he dies.
Well, Johnny, speaking of gambling, Johnny, I'm heading down to Tunica here in just a minute. We're going down there, about 10 of us, to do some gambling, carrying this money down there. No, Red's not going. I'm going to have
to tell Red to come over and watch the games with me then.
There you go. Yeah. Get Red over there because we'll be there all day doing fantasy drafts and all that fun stuff. Getting the boys together, going to Tunica is always fun.
Oh, my God. I love my texters, by the way. My man Jason came in and said, John, we should be proud of Brasky. It's not like he got arrested for paying only $140 for a prostitute in Ohio in a trailer park when he's a freaking billionaire.
I love that this week, that guy over in the trailer park buying prostitute.
I know, dude. That's hilarious. And the
Why
fact
don't you
that
those are Brasky's heroes. Those are his type of heroes. Brasky looks up to guys like that.
You know that Bill Belichick, that Robert Kraft and Jed York are going to walk into the first owners meeting together, and they're going to give that look at each other like, yeah, what's up, dog? Yeah, you know how we
Yeah, but isn't it a little different, though? Isn't it different going to the Tokyo Spa and then going into the trailer park for $140? I think that's a difference.
I do, too, because at least you know what you're getting, and it's more, you're not going to get arrested.
Well, here's the thing about the trailer park is they don't have any teeth because the mess rotted it out.
True that.
You got to remember Tokyo Spa, they probably got teeth.
Yeah.
But when you're a billionaire, just fly your jet to Vegas and go enjoy yourself.
That's what I understand, man. Did you see all the Shake Junts sending information to Jed York this week talking about how they are discreet and nobody would have known and it's legal? But I just think, it's crazy. A billionaire's cheap. I thought maybe me and him could be Eskimo brothers because I went to the chicken coop to see Addison Reed. And, bro, it ain't cheap. But I had to do it one time. You know what I'm saying? What do they say? When in Rome? When in Vegas.
You're like a Roman.
Yeah, dude.
I always say that your conscience washes off in the shower.
Hell yeah, it does. Heck, I didn't even want to wash that off. I was still stuck.
I guarantee you'll want to wash that trailer park off, John. That's $40 job.
Bro, I'm already trying to think to myself, like, could you imagine going into a trailer park for a quickie? Like, one, what if you get down and it knocks it off those cinder blocks?
Exactly. I get how did that even come to be? I mean, how does that even develop? I'm in the trailer park for 140. I got billions. Like, how does that process even start?
He's a regular there.
The thing is that's the craziest thing. I want you to realize this man has been there so many times, it's not even funny, man. The thing is, I found out Jed York is from Ohio. So, that's probably where
for
he
some
got...
of his old people.
Yeah,
okay,
dude.
So he said little Daisy around the corner used to grow up with her. She's down in the trailer, and I'm the owner of the 49ers. But I'm going to come home for the reunion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or he was over there buying him a little sack.
No,
and went to the wrong door.
No, he wasn't. He had a 100% agreement with... unfortunately, that day he made an agreement with a police officer. He did. He did a Eugene Robinson. You know what I'm saying?
They got him like that.
Yeah, they got him, bro. But
fly to Vegas.
Get
up with the fuel. Let's go to Vegas for the weekend.
But we have to get into some bets. But before we get into some bets, I just wanted to say, speaking of Jed York, if you want to bang and bang legally, it's simple. Bangers Pickleball down in South Haven. It's the ultimate pickleball destination. I'm telling you right now, that's not a joke. 6787 Snowden Lane, South Haven, Mississippi. I hop on Getwell Road and go straight down. Bing, bang, boom. I'm there in 15 minutes. 5 indoor courts, 5 outdoor courts, a private court. Yeah, for lessons. They have even a pro over there. You know what I'm saying? They have events constantly going on. They do things for the whole family. There's memberships that are available, but you don't have to be a member. Going out there and buy a Dinkin ain't easy, and get a little 8-pack card or pay just as you go. But I'm telling you right now, eat, play, drink. Bangers Pickleball, they have it all. Cornhole, ping pong, pickleball, 3 bars, a restaurant. You're gonna love it, baby. 6787 Snowden Lane. Let's bang at Bangers Pickleball. Now, I got to know right now, man. I got my homie Jason who came in here. I'm just going to give you what he gave me right off the jump before we get in our bets. Are you ready?
Ready.
He says, predictions, USC minus 7.5. He said over 46.5 in that game instead of the under like the kid. He also said the score prediction, he has TCU scoring 31-17 by, of course, North Carolina. Now, that's a 48 points, so that's barely getting over. So I'm going to look at TCU minus 7.5 and still probably go under because I don't think North Carolina's going to score. The only person scoring in Ireland's Bill Belichick. NC State, he has plus 5.5 as his lock. Virginia, he has Memphis plus 4.5 in that game and over 56.5. He says Memphis wins 30-27. He says, I don't like this one because I like Hawaii, but he said take Stanford minus 4.5. Bro, I'm taking the Rainbow Warriors instead of them nerds. Like, dude, it's a tree. Like, you got one damn tree as your mascot. Shut up. And also he said North Dakota State minus 6.5. Jason, this is their first Division I football game, bro. And I know they're good. He also said take the over 46.5 in that game big time. I like the over. I don't like the game. But right now, I want to know something. Where are you guys at?
I'll tell you what, Johnny. This is where Brasky and I shine. We come to life around this time. We're going to a bunch of football games, live football games this year. We're going to be having a bunch of football parties, Johnny. Of course, we all need to get together and watch games. This is the best time of year. It is football season, ladies and gentlemen. And just remember that I don't know your bankroll any more than you know mine. And with that being said, I got to agree with your boy. I love the Tigers plus the 4.5. Some people got her at 5. But I love the Tigers catching the point. And I like to sprinkle a little bit on the money line, Johnny. I think you can get it at plus 160. I like the Tigers to go out there and be good.
I love it, man. Brasky, what do you got, fam?
Let me tell you what, Johnny. Here's mine. First bet I like of the week, I like Florida State minus the 31.
Whoa.
I think they're going to try to improve. The nickel play this week, Johnny. I actually like Memphis plus the 4.5 because you know who UNLV's quarterback is, though,
Jackson
don't you?
Arnold.
He's a 5-star. He failed at Oklahoma. He failed for 2 years. At Auburn, he couldn't complete over 5 passes a game. Now he's out there with Cousin Eddie at UNLV. This sets up perfect for Memphis to get a road win.
Dime scrap, 10 seconds.
Dime bag play of the week. You've got to take it. Rob your wife's piggy bank. Throw everything you got on it. TCU, I got them early this week at -8.
Man, gentlemen, y'all be blessed. For everybody, get out there.